They said 17s, it was our toughest away stretch of the season. They said with the player personnel, we couldn't get it done. However, the Five Stripes come away with 4 points of the possible 6. They get it done in the nation's capital against DC United and then continue with a come-from-behind draw against St. Louis City SC. That's Jason Longshore. I'm Joe Fryhofer. This is your AT&T Countdown to Kickoff. Jason, let's begin with El Mago. It seemed as though there was a string between his foot and the ball on the run that he did, and then a wonder curler from long range.
Look, games like this where it's just combative, neither team really getting control. The surface wasn't even great to play on in DC on this evening. Felt like it was gonna be a scoreless draw until Thiago Almada stepped up and just made magic happen. It's just a moment where he's not even in a great scoring position to start, honestly. And he curls around on the dribble, gets his opening, unleashes from long distance, and what a golazo. That's what magic kinds of players can make happen. In a game that felt like it was gonna be a one-pointer, Thiago Almada went and found 2 more bonus points. And you go to St. Louis in a game where both teams are desperate, and you stick with it and play a good match. A goal goes against you. Our friend Philip Dujic gets involved in the first one and becomes a household sensation with his however. But then you get the penalty, and when it's saved, there's not that, oh man, here we go. It's, all right, stay with it, boom, goal, we're good. Like, it's just a different feel. And it's hard to quantify. I don't think it's an easy thing to describe and show up, but it feels like this group just has that belief that their hard work is going to pay off. But the homegrowns have really stepped up. Back-to-back starting fives with 3 of them being homegrowns. Back-to-back games where you finish it with 5 homegrowns on the field. Jay Fortune came off the bench in DC. He started in St. Louis, was brilliant in both, assisted on Thiago's goal, hit the post in St. Louis, bossed the midfield in St. Louis, looked like a seasoned vet. Noah Cobb looking like a seasoned vet. Efrain Morales coming into the starting lineup in these last 2. Bringing a little bit of nastiness on the back line, something that he kind of enjoys. Ask Ted DiPietro about that hit in the first half in DC. Really strong, mature performances from the homegrown players.
Here's what's on the frontier now for the Five Stripes. We currently sit in 9th, fighting for that playoff position, and the push begins now as we're unbeaten in the Rob Valentino era. Toronto FC comes to the A. They are 3 losses in a row, currently winless in their last 6. Bernardeschi has been impressive. A lot of offensive output for him so far this season. 7 goals, 5 assists for him, combining with Lorenzo Insigne out on the other wing. And Derek Etienne Jr. as well, a former Five Stripe returning to Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
It's been good to see Derek play well in Toronto. He's a player that, we got to know a little bit during his time here in Atlanta. The Italians are going to carry this team as far as they can. Bernardeschi doing double duty on TSN in Canada, doing the studio shows, going out training, banging in goals. I mean, it's impressive what he's pulling off right now. And they get Insigne back. We saw him injured when we were in Toronto earlier in the season. He's back. Those 2 players you have to be careful with. But this is also a team that's decimated at the moment with guys away during international play. So we'll see where their mentality is coming into the Benz on Saturday.
And you mentioned it decimated from international play as well. Sean Johnson will not be there in between the posts as their regular keeper for them. John Herdman trying to get this Toronto tailspin under control. It'll be a 7:30 kickoff through the MLS Season Pass on Apple TV. You can switch over your audio options to Mike Conti, Jason Longshore for the home team radio call.
6:30 Five Stripes countdown on 92.9 The Game and the Odyssey app. 7:40 kick. Right before that kick, if you're watching on Apple TV, go to the audio menu, choose Home Team Radio, and Mike and I will be there for you.
That's Jason Longshore. I'm Joe Fryhofer. This has been your AT&T Countdown to Kickoff. It was a long away stretch. However, 17s, we're back at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We'll see you Saturday.